What's up, everyone? Jonathan here with Boston Collectors, and we also have Natasha here as well.
Hi, everybody.
Last week's announcement was regarding Bo-Katan, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. Let's go ahead and start off with Natasha and see what were your thoughts on, the announcement, and were you excited, or how did you feel about it?
I was really excited. Is this the first female figure, I think, out of the
From
series?
the series, unless there are females underneath the stormtroopers, I think so.
It's possible.
It's very possible.
I'm happy to see her and her history, not just with this show and not with this, just with this show, but with Clone Wars. So I love this character. So I'm excited. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to get her.
Oh, really?
Yes.
See, I'm on the fence. I kind of want to get her myself just to finish out the Mandalorian look on my DTOF, but
Right.
I'm not 100% certain.
I think she'll look good with the rest of your figures.
Yeah, especially again, with the Mandalorian look, I don't know. Maybe. She's definitely going to have to keep the helmet on, but we'll talk about that a little bit more later on down
Yes.
I think my initial thoughts personally were I was excited to see her. I kind of had hoped for a better face sculpt, but again, we'll talk a bit more about that later on when the time comes. I think she looks great as far as her character overall in the show. I think they depicted the armor and everything pretty well.
Definitely.
I think I don't know. Is this from, well, no, she never showed up in season 1, right?
I
think it was just
believe she's
season-
just season 2.
Okay, yeah, I think it was just season 2. Keep in mind, this is a prototype that is shown.
Yes.
And in fact, it's way down there in tiny wording.
They always have to make sure they say it.
Exactly, because things can change. And I'm pretty sure people are seeing the memes from Hot Toys. The memes aren't coming from Hot Toys. Hot Toys are seeing the memes from the community as far as her head sculpt.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and check out what she comes with. What do you think about her accessories?
Well, first, my eye always, of course, the head sculpt, because I love seeing head sculpts, but I like her base. I love the base. And I always love it when it's just not a plain base.
Yes.
I think they're pretty standard. That's what the things that we saw her with. Although I don't remember the grappling hook, but I haven't watched the episodes in a while.
Yeah.
So I think it's a pretty good assortment.
Yeah. I think I really like the base myself. To point it out, I don't really know about the diorama though.
Oh, that. I guess I ignored it because I don't use them.
Same here. Literally my Infinity War Thanos came with one and I don't use it. I don't like it. I think it's cool. It's a cool addition, but I feel like she probably could have came with something more, maybe a bigger base. I don't know. But regardless, I'm glad that we don't have that sand base. I'm wondering, I did not read the description entirely. I wonder if that's going to be a light up feature, kind of like the Empire Strikes Back.
True,
the
I'm
40th
not sure.
anniversary Vader. Yeah, so I don't know if those lights are going to light up or not. That would be interesting to see. I don't think the jetpack is going to light up. I think they probably made the colors and the flame effects a bit more prominent just to stand out.
Right.
The first thing I thought of when I saw that blade, because I don't recall her using it. I didn't go back and watch the episodes with her in it. Again, because I'm not too moved by this particular piece. Again, I might just pick her up just because, she's just going to look great with my Heavy Mando.
Well, that's
and
my point.
OG.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
And it would fit well. And she's relevant. So
Of course. Like you pointed out earlier, she was part of Clone Wars, and I want to say maybe she's in Rebels, but I've not watched Clone Wars. I'm in season 3.
shame on you.
I know. Shame on me. I'm not bothered by it.
It's okay.
It's just,
And we'll get him there, guys.
we'll eventually get there one day. So I don't know what this is that she's holding next to the head sculpt above the grappling hook. I'm not 100% sure what that is.
Is that it's like some kind of communicator?
It might be. I'm not really certain what that is, but either way, I think it's cool that it comes with it. I think it's the comm link here.
Yes, the comm.
It looks different from the comm links from Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, so
Yes.
that's why I pointed that out. I think as far as the rest of it, the pistols look great. I like the holsters. Hopefully the holsters are better than the OG Mandalorians. We'll see.
I never pay attention to the hands unless I'm planning on using them, so good job on the hands.
Yes. With the base here that she's standing on, I think our next slide is going to be, yes, the face sculpt. We'll get into the face sculpt later. Are you sold by the base? Are you sold by the
I
overall build of this figure? How do you feel about it?
I think overall I'm happy with the base. I still can't tell if it's lit or it's good. You know, you can have the light up feature.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. I'm also happy that it's not huge.
Mm-hmm.
T-tops can only handle so much.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
Yes.
And some people love their bases, and I think I really like this because it appears textured to me.
Mm-hmm.
The bottom portion of it, I like it. I'm
Yes.
sold with that, 100%. The face sculpt, I've seen countless memes on this. John Cena. John Cena's the one.
No.
I can't lie. When I saw the John Cena memes, that's all I see. I don't see Bo-Katan. I see John Cena.
But I think that's, Katie Sackhoff, the actress,
Mm-hmm.
has features, strong features.
Yes.
Strong features. I think it looks like her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to seeing her with blonde hair
Yeah.
from Battlestar Galactica.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks different to me, but I can still see it's her.
Yeah, I think it's just she does have strong features, but I feel like her jawline isn't, or the back of her jawline, it isn't that prominent.
Mhm.
However, when she turns at certain angles, it does look like it looks like it. So maybe they were looking at that particular photo, creating it. I don't know.
I feel like it's still an angle thing with these pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go to Instagram to look. I don't know if it was pictures were posted of the head sculpt.
Right.
I feel like it's either still the way they took the picture or the fact that this is a prototype.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's angles. I mean, we're still sitting here trying to figure out Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel it's the same situation.
I'm actually hoping that they revisit the head sculpt because personally for me, she would just go on my shelf. I wouldn't use the base, although I think the base is really cool. I need extra space for my DTOF
Right.
to make this work. I would probably keep her up there with that helmet on. Not because I'm not sold on the head sculpt, but I'm not, if I had a shelving unit up there with the heavy Mando and OG Mando with their helmets off, then yes, I would probably keep them all with their helmets off, but it wouldn't look uniform to me to have her up there with hers off.
And I think that's what I was going to say, that we don't have head sculpts for Din yet. Since the heavy Mando, he doesn't have one. So it would look odd, out of place. So I think I would put it with the helmet on too.
Yes. With this next image here, earlier we saw the pack here, right? I love that they didn't just sleep on her not having the waist grabber.
Yes.
I feel like whenever you have a character with the jetpacks and the effects there, I feel like it should be standard.
You need it. I mean, if you have the collector in mind, you have the person that's not even just a collector, the person that's really into the character.
Right.
Then you want to pose them and you want to recreate some of the fight scenes or whatever. You need it.
Yeah, and I think that's what works great here for people who want to pose her like this.
Right.
Again, we see that awesome base again. I probably will have to go through the description. Again, I'm not personally moved by this figure. I could have read more into it, but I saw the figure and again, it's probably just one of those figures I might, I'll get it.
Right.
If push come to shove, you're not going to have to shove me much to sell it, but I'm not really moved by it. But again, maybe if I watch Clone Wars and, get a feeling for who this character is, I might end up loving her a bit more.
And knowing which characters you love and which figures you love, I know that if you watched it, then you might like her a little bit more.
Okay, we'll see, because honestly, she just seemed a little bit hardened for no reason and just stern for no reason.
There are reasons.
And, but again, I need to learn more about her to understand it.
Right.
Now, the first thing I thought of when I saw this gauntlet here, I honestly thought of Assassin's Creed. I never saw her use it, and I didn't know if that was like from another show, if she used it in season 2.
I really don't remember. Like, it's not that I didn't love those episodes.
Right.
It's just, you're surprised that it's her, and then you're focused on Grogu.
Yeah.
Things happening. They went on another side quest.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like sometimes you don't pick up on details until you watch it 2 or 3 times.
And I think, to capitalize on that, I think it's all about if that character is your favorite. So I think things
Right.
from Bo-Katan would have stood out more to somebody who's like, oh my God, Bo-Katan is here.
Exactly.
I liked it though because, you know, I like Assassin's Creed. Grappling hook, I do recall seeing her use this. This is when she went to save Din from the pirates.
That's the background.
Yes,
Okay.
that's actually the background when they were supposed to feed him down there to one of the sea urchins.
Oh, poor Grogu.
Poor Grogu. The jetpack, I'm wondering if this is going to be magnetized. What do you think?
See, I guess I hope that it might be. And I say that just because, well, we haven't talked about the price yet. So I'm hoping it is, but they have their design decisions. So we'll see.
Would you prefer the figure to be magnetized or would you prefer for it to snap on? Which gives you more security?
I love magnetized, but I guess snapping would be more secure. But,
Which they did for Heavy Mando.
Okay.
I'm not really familiar with the with any of the pieces being magnetic, but I think that would be a little bit cooler. Personally,
I think that's coming from my love of the way statues are done.
This is the way.
Yeah.
I think as far as this next image here, the colors look great. I like the gunmetal. I like the blue.
My favorite combinations.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. The holsters look great. What do you think about those holsters?
I love them. They seem, I'm not sure how easy it is to manipulate them or if, do the guns go in them?
Yeah, the guns are supposed to
Okay.
be able to sit in them. Yeah.
So I like them.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they're not going to be like the Mandalorians, where I have an issue where when I holster his blaster, the not the crosshair, but the iron sight is scratching on the inside and kind of bringing more of that leather out.
Right.
So I'm hoping they line that a little bit better than the OG Mando there. I don't know if that's going to be sculpted. I can't really tell. Because to me, honestly, the pouches look identical to the holsters that are there as well. So
Right.
it almost appears sculpted, but I can't really tell.
I hope whatever material it is, that it, doesn't break down over time
Yeah.
or over manipulation.
We can only hope.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, because I'm not seeing, at least in the images that we saved here, is the eye dongle there, does that come down?
I don't remember seeing it down.
I'm wondering if it has to be a movable piece on her helmet. I feel like that would be an oversight if it isn't.
As long as it's not a breakable piece.
Yes, movable, not breakable.
Yes.
Now, what do you think about the Stormtrooper? Because we saw a Stormtrooper similar to this during our Boba Fett announcement.
Here we go with the Stormtrooper again.
Yet again.
I think there's going to be another one. So I guess that's a tease. I still don't get or purchase or want to purchase Stormtroopers, but I'm happy if, they come out with one for everyone else.
Yeah, I think for the people who really enjoy collecting Stormtroopers, it's a good addition. A lot of them, I don't know many collectors who strictly collect Stormtroopers. I've seen a couple of them out there, but I
Right.
think it's great for those people who enjoy picking them up. If they missed out on the Remnant Troopers, like I did,
Yeah.
this is a great band-aid. It's not the strongest, but it
And
works.
once again, how we talked about this with, was it Boba? That arm, I'm not sure it's going to go up there, but we'll see.
Oh, on Bo-Katan.
Yes.
Yeah, they probably took off the fat suit for that. Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah,
It'll
that's
be interesting.
a very interesting thing to point out there. Mando here. I hate to take away the shine from Bo-Katan, but we do have to talk about this Mando.
Yes.
Do you feel like this was a Mandalorian from the past few announcements, from the Dark Trooper, Boba Fett to this one? Do you feel like it's the same one or do you feel like it's different?
I feel like since it's with her, it's a new one, but I don't think we know anything about it yet. Now, of course, people know and are guessing. I'm not sure this is one of the ones that have been released already, I should say.
Yeah, I think personally it's probably the same one. Based on the images from before, the leg armor and everything looks the same. I just can't see the Beskar spear, and I don't think that it's possible to necessarily put it in every teaser image. I
No.
just feel like they're finding another unique way to tease and show off the Mandalorian from season 2.
Now, which is interesting though, because we have to think about the Mandalorian and when he appeared with her. I don't think he had the spear at this point in this scene. She was going to lead him to someone to help Grogu.
Okay.
He hadn't met the person yet, Ahsoka.
Right.
So he doesn't have the spear. So we won't see him with it until later. I don't think they're going to come out with multiple season 2
True.
ones. So I'm not sure which one this is.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it's good to see him up there again. I think it's interesting to constantly see this guy up there. You can't really, I guess, create a new figure without showing the Mandalorian at some point.
Right.
Not that I feel like they're necessarily taking away Bo-Katan's spotlight because they
No.
have her in front of the Mandalorian. She's still the focus of the image based on how they chose to layer it. I think, what do you think about the price point at $285?
Oh boy.
Do you feel like $285 is the appropriate price line for this?
I go back and forth. I don't know if it's because of the head sculpt. It's still a lot. And they're pushing the 300 boundary. And I think they're heading towards, this being the norm. And I don't like that, but I understand it in a way.
You come from an era where figures used to cost $185.
$185 and low 200s.
Yes.
And that's what we get for price points for the stormtroopers, right? I want to say I understand, and I'm thinking about the design and the paint and the what goes into the little details. And you have to pay people to come up with this stuff and do this. They don't come out of thin air.
Right.
But it's gonna get scary.
Now, I did read Bo-Katan is retailing for $220 in Hong Kong, and that the additional pricing that we're seeing is from Sideshow redistributing the figure.
Well, that's not nice.
Now, I don't know if there's any validity to that, but I read it, I saw it. I have to go back and see what's going on there, but $220 and then over here for $285 is very, very steep.
I guess that's going to be part of the problem if that's the case, because it's around the price point for what's on their site, but it shouldn't be such a difference.
Now, I did want to point out how the heavy infantry Mandalorian is $281 without a head sculpt.
Right, but he's got a big gun.
Is that what we're paying for here? I mean,
I
he's a
feel
very
like-
big figure. Don't get me wrong. He's a big guy, no head sculpt, and a big gun in comparison to Bo-Katan with a face sculpt and honestly, not that many accessories.
Not that many except. So I feel like there's we're always trying to figure out what it is, because you pointed out, he's bigger but no head sculpt. His base is kind of plain.
Yeah.
But she has a head sculpt and very detailed, but so is he kind of.
Yeah, he's a very detailed figure as far as the battle damage and everything goes, but she's also got battle damage and a distressed look to her armor as well.
Right, and then you have the head sculpts, which people will say will increase the price no matter what. I don't know.
Do you feel like they're starting, like when Din Djarin come out, do you feel like he'll be well over 300?
I think he will be.
I honestly think so too.
And I don't know, there's rumors of what he's coming with. The bike. I don't know if Grogu comes with that, but if either one of those shows up with him, then he's going to be over 300.
Yes. Well, I mean, if any of you are interested in Bo-Katan, she's up right now on pre-order. You can pre-order her in the link in the description down below. The NRD is going to run you a good $28.50.
But she's not out for a while.
She's not going to be out for a while. Good point. Again, you said you're going to pick it up. I'm not really certain if I'm going to pick it up.
I am definitely putting it NRD.
Okay, yeah, you
So
want to at
that's
least hold
important.
your copy, right?
Yes.
Everybody should be able to hold their copy at least. I might put the NRD down. It doesn't hurt.
No.
Let us know if you all are going to pick up Bo-Katan. Are you crazy about that?
boy.
Because it looked like Bo-Katan Kryze.
Here we go.
Are you crazy about this figure, the head sculpt? What are you thinking? Are you sold? Are you not sold? Let us know down below. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. And please feel free to subscribe if you like the content from today's upload. I'm Jonathan with Boston Collectors,
I'm Natasha.
and thank you all so much for watching.